This is the story of the first time I've ever flown a drone.
Guys, it is 5:45 on a Saturday morning in the garage.
Let's go.
Finally! Are you ready to go to some garage sales?
Let's do it, man.
All right, we're here. We got my man Lewis, who is a professional drone pilot. This is the first time I've ever flown a drone, so I wasn't gonna take the risk myself. Plus we're near a lake, don't wanna throw it in the water.
Now I'll jump in here and say that my friend Lewis was very smart because he told me to download the app onto my phone and register and get all of that taken care of before we went on this early sunrise shoot. But what I didn't account for was the firmware updates, and that took about 15 minutes or so. And during that time frame, unfortunately, we kind of missed the perfect window of right as the sun comes up. But we still got some pretty impressive shots nonetheless.
Slide to take off. Look at that. Look at that. Dude. Very smooth. I'm recording. You seen that?
Yeah. So
That's
you don't
a
just
personal
ever like
preference.
record nonstop the whole flight?
Mm-mm.
Wow. I see it. I see it.
Watch this stop.
So I let Lewis do his thing first, and I just watched and learned, and it is a very weird thing to see because at a certain point the drone just completely disappears from view, and all you have is a screen on your phone showing you what is happening and where this thing is. So it becomes very much a video game. After about 30 minutes of watching and learning, I decided to have a go at it myself.
Then you walk by, and I knew what I had to do. The way you're moving, the way you're shining, everybody's watching you. I wanna make you mine. The way you're looking, the way you smile, it's like you put a spell on me. You're always on my mind.
All right, that was a successful flight. That was my first time flying. I got a couple of cool shots. Now we're going to location number 2. Gonna finish this up, and we are down to our last battery, so really can't use it for that much longer, but it's been an awesome and really fun drone to fly so far after we did the software update.
Okay, so I'm going to cut off the vlog right there, but here is a sample of the drone shots that we got with this little thing. So I have to say it's pretty impressive what you can achieve with a tiny lightweight drone like this, and you'll probably say, well, a lot of those shots were Lewis's, but I would say I got maybe 35% of them were my own shots where I was navigating this thing, and they still look just as smooth as his. Maybe not as fancy of movements, but still it was a very easy drone to fly and a lot of fun. So let me show you guys what comes in the package with this thing, and I'll wrap up my final thoughts at the very end of this video. The Autel Nano comes in a compact white box. It comes in several different colors. I chose the classic orange because it's classic and because I thought it would be easier to spot at a distance. Inside, I got a micro SD card and a nice carrying bag. Everything fits in this compact bag. There's a box full of accessories, spare blades, a screwdriver, charging cable, and cables to connect your iPhone or Android to the controller. There's a user guide up here, actually several of them for various things, a charger for the batteries, 3 orange batteries in total, a charging brick, the controller, which is well built and feels solid, and finally the drone itself, which is very compact, folded up, and here it is unfolded. Now the big thing with this drone is that you have a 1/1.28 inch CMOS sensor and f1.9 with PDAF and CDAF, which is autofocus. So it's better than the DJI Mini 2, which only has a 1/2.3 inch sensor at f2.8 and no autofocus. The Nano also has a larger zoom ability and up to 50 megapixel photos compared to 12 megapixel on the Mini 2. The Nano also has 3-way obstacle avoidance with sensors, which the DJI does not have. So in every measurable metric, the Autel Nano is better than the DJI Mini 2, which is its direct competitor. Unfortunately, the Mini 3 came out just a couple of weeks ago, and so now the battle for the best sub 249 gram drone still rages on. And that's an important thing. Because this is a small and light drone, you don't need to get a drone pilot license, although it's probably a good idea if you plan on flying one a lot. And I've never tried a DJI drone in the past, but my buddy Lewis has, so I decided to get some of his thoughts on the difference between these two.
Pretty normal day, you know, you're talking 5, maybe 10, even 15 mile an hour winds. It actually will handle really well, and we saw that earlier today.
Yeah, for sure.
Before the winds picked up. I give it a thumbs up. I have to give it a thumbs up. I think it's a great travel drone. I think it's a good, like, if you got family, you know, trips that you're planning, this is a great drone for that.
But overall, like UI between DJI and this drone, what are your thoughts?
I think if you do the prep work of getting it set up before you hit your location, it's going to be a great drone. But obviously I lean towards DJI on the UI side of things. It's just a lot more easier to use, easier to run and gun with it. This one definitely takes some prep work, but if you can do that on the, you know, pre-pro side of things, you're not going to have any issues.
So what are my final thoughts with this drone? Well, I like it a lot. I think it comes with everything that you would ever need. The optics are amazing. I like that it has autofocus. I like the gimbal performance. I like the sensor size, and you saw from the samples, it really does produce some remarkable results from a tiny, super lightweight drone like this. And it's nice that it all fits in a compact bag that you don't need to carry anything else with you. The other nice thing about this drone is that it's geared towards safety, so there are features such as sensors everywhere that prevent you from making stupid mistakes and running into things and crashing it or landing it in a spot where you don't need to land it. So as a new drone user, this was reassuring. It was very easy to fly, and I never was worried about it. After watching Lewis for 30 minutes, I felt very comfortable and confident flying this thing by myself. In fact, later on that day, I took it out a couple of times by myself and flew it without any problems. The one shortcoming that I will mention is that the range isn't amazing. It's not going to fly out for a couple of miles. I saw that it was limited to about 1600, but that was in normal mode. I'm not sure if changing it to expert mode extends that range or if you need a dedicated controller to get further than that. But even 1600 feet is pretty far when you think about it, and it's kind of scary because you don't see it even when you're coming back for like a couple minutes, so it's kind of nuts. So I would definitely recommend checking this drone out. It's a smaller company, obviously doesn't get as much exposure as DJI does. I mean, just take a look at all of the reviews of the Mini 3 recently from DJI. It's just nuts. But I like this company. I like their transparency. They didn't really tell me to do anything with this video. They just said, hey, we want to send you a drone. Here are some of the cool features that you might want to mention, but feel free to do whatever you want with it. And that's nice. I've heard and I came across some information about DJI and some of those reviewers about the Mini 3 that they weren't even allowing reviewers to tell people what the range was on that drone, which I think is just weird. I don't know why a company would stop that information from getting out. It's just strange to me. But very good company, great support. They were very nice over email and friendly. So I would definitely recommend that you guys check this out. And the cool thing about this video is they're running a ton of promotions as well right now. And so there's some of them are time limited, but you can save potentially a lot of money off of the retail price of one of these things. So I'll post some links and coupon codes down in the description below. So please check those out. Again, special thank you to Autel for sending this drone out for review, and I'm looking forward to flying it in the future and mixing up my shoots. It is a lot of fun. I didn't expect to like it as much as I did. I thought that flying a drone was just like, what's the point? But it was a lot of fun to do, and the shots are pretty incredible. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and you learned something from it. As always, thank you so much for all of your comments, all of your likes, and your support. Stay tuned for more, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.